Hey, Skull Nation. What's up, you purple-blooded warriors? Imagine this. Our Vikings QB room just got a shocking reunion on Thanksgiving morning, and it's got me fired up like we're charging into US Bank Stadium for a playoff push. That's right, Desmond Ridder is back in the fold, signing to the practice squad after we waived him back in October. Stick with me, because this isn't just a depth move. It's a potential game-changer that could light a fire under our season. Who's ready to dive into the latest Vikings news? Picture Ridder stepping back into that locker room he knows so well, the guy who was grinding with us in September and October, providing that crucial QB depth while J.J. McCarthy was battling through injuries. We waived him to make room, but now, with McCarthy nursing a fresh concussion from last week's chaos, GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah is pulling the trigger on this reunion. At 26 years old, Ridder's got that youthful hunger mixed with battle-tested grit. Skull fans, doesn't this feel like fate? What if this is the spark we need to turn our 2025 roller coaster around? But hold up, this isn't some random pickup. Ridder's journey screams resilience, and it's got me yelling, "Skull!" from the rooftops. Drafted by the Falcons in the third round back in 2022, he started 18 of 25 games, slinging 4,002 yards on a 63.6% completion rate with 16 touchdowns. Add in 293 rushing yards and 5 scores on the ground, and you've got a dual-threat dynamo. From owning Atlanta's huddle in 17 of 19 starts over 22 and 23, to bouncing through Arizona, Vegas, where he notched one start in 6 games this year, and even a Bengals stint in the offseason. Now he's ours again. Tell me, Vikings faithful, does this make you believe in a comeback story? As we chew on this Turkey Day twist, let's break down why Ridder's return hits different. Back in those early fall weeks, he was the steady hand in practices, absorbing Kevin O'Connell's schemes like a sponge. Waived in October after JJ got healthy, but now with McCarthy sidelined, that brutal hit still has me raging. We're talking emergency insurance. Pair him with journeyman John Wolford as backup to Max Brosmer starting this week, and suddenly our QB depth feels fortified. Stats don't lie. Ridder's 458 yards, 2 TDs, and 2 picks in Vegas this season show he's still got that arm. Skull Nation, are you feeling the surge? Drop in the comments if you'd trust him in a pinch. Zooming out, this move whispers big-picture strategy from O'Connell and Adofo-Mensah. At just 26, Ridder's got prime years ahead, and his familiarity with our system? Priceless. Remember his college days at Cincinnati, torching defenses as an all-time great Bearcat? That fire translated to the pros, even through the Falcons' ups and downs, 3,544 yards, 14 TDs in Atlanta alone. Post-waiver, he grinded with the Raiders, starting that gritty Week 15 battle against his old squad. Now, rejoining us amid the Bengals release drama. It's like the NFL's handing us a redemption arc. What do you think, fam? Is this the depth play that catapults us to the playoffs? Thanksgiving vibes are hitting hard with this news, but let's get real. Our Vikings needed this boost after the McCarthy concussion gut punch. Ridder's not just a body. He's a scheme fit who can step in and sling it if Brosmer or Wolford falter. Think about those 78 rushes for 293 yards, mobile enough to extend plays, smart enough to avoid the dumb mistakes that plagued his early Falcons days. O'Connell's slight fascination with him, as insiders call it, makes total sense. The guy's got 18 starts under his belt at an age when most QBs are still dreaming. Skull Warriors, hit me with your hot takes. Would you start Ridder over Wolford in a must-win? Diving deeper into the timeline, Ridder's path to purple glory is pure football poetry. Third-round steal in 22, he owned Atlanta's offense right out the gate, completing 374 of 588 passes for those 4,002 yards and 16 scores. But trades and waivers tested him, Cardinals practice squad in 24, then Raiders giving him that lone start where he battled for 208 yards, a TD, and 2 picks against the Falcons. Bengals signed him in the 25 offseason, only to cut him at roster crunch time. Enter Minnesota, round 2. This ain't desperation. It's calculated. Fans, what's your bold prediction for Ridder's role this season? Now, let's talk impact. Because in a league where one snap changes everything, Ridder's versatility could be our secret weapon. Rushing for 5 TDs? That's Justin Jefferson-level excitement in the backfield. His 63.6% completion clip might not scream elite, but in spot duty, it's rock solid. Waived by us after providing that September-October stability, his return feels like welcoming home a prodigal son. With McCarthy's concussion protocol looming, prayers up for our rookie stud. This shores up the room without rocking the boat. Skull Nation, imagine him scrambling for a game sealer. Soundtrack that in your head and tell me you're not hyped. Stepping back to the bigger narrative, this signing screams Vikings resilience in a brutal 25 campaign. We've seen the highs with Darnold's jump last year, hoped for McCarthy's magic, but injuries don't care about hype. Ridder, with his 25 games of pro tape, brings zero rust to our practices. From Falcons fumbles to Raiders redemption, he's learned the hard way. No more negative narratives if he avoids those late-game slips. Like that infamous Saints heartbreaker. O'Connell's got a knack for QB development. Could this be Ridder's track-back moment? What say you, Purple Pride, like or nah? As we marinate on this practice squad power move, consider the ripple effects. Depth like Ridder means less panic if Brosmer, our Gopher hero stepping up, hits a wall. His one Vegas start, gritty proof he can handle the spotlight, going 23 of 39 for 208 yards. At 26, he's got that what-if factor, especially after the Bengals' quick release post-offseason hype. Rejoining us post-waiver, it's full circle. Skull fans, this is the kind of under-the-radar gem that wins Super Bowls. Drop a comment. Who's your QB3 dream guy? Pumping the brakes for a sec. But man, this news has me replaying Ridder's highlights on loop. Those 16 passing TDs? Paired with 5 rushing scores, it's dual-threat dreams for a team craving spark. Back in Atlanta, he started 17 games over 2 years, building that 3,544-yard resume despite the noise. Post-Falcons, Cardinals kept him low-key in 24, Raiders unleashed him briefly in 25, and Bengals? A blink-and-miss stint. Now, with our October waiver behind us, he's back where he clicked. Thanksgiving gift, indeed. Vikings faithful. Does this ease your QB worries or amp them up? Layering in the emotion, Ridder's return tugs at the heartstrings of us diehards who've ridden every wave. He was here when McCarthy needed cover, grinding in silence during those injury-riddled weeks. Waved to trim the roster, but fate's funny, concussion hits JJ, and boom, Ridder's phone rings. At his core, the guy's a fighter. 78 carries, 293 yards, turning negatives into positives. O'Connell sees it. Adolfo Mensa acts on it. This isn't flash. It's foundation. Skull Nation, share your fave Ridder memory, or lack thereof, in the comments. Winding toward the horizon, this signing spotlights our front office's savvy in a cap crunch league. Stashing a 26-year-old with 18 starts on practice squad pay. Genius. His Falcons era, that third-round shine fading into tough lessons, evolved through Arizona's shadows. Vegas's spotlight, 1 start, 6 games, real reps. And Cincy's quick cut, re-entering Minnesota's ecosystem. Post our October goodbye, it's seamless. With Brosmer starting week 13, Wolford backing, Ridder's the ace up our sleeve. Fans, envision the playoffs. Does he factor in? Spill it below. Tying it all together, Ridder's stats scream untapped potential, 4,002 yards, 63.6% accuracy, and that sneaky rushing prowess. From 2022 draft buzz to 23 Falcons farewell, 24 Cardinals depth, 25 Raiders grind, 458 yards total. Bengals bounce, and now us again. It's a nomadic tale, but in purple, it fits. McCarthy's concussion sucks the air out, but this cushions the blow. Skull Warriors, this move has me optimistic. Our QB room's deeper, hungrier. What's your gut on Ridder's Vikings 2.0? Finally, as we digest this feast of Vikings news, let's hype the what-ifs. Ridder back in the huddle, calling plays he half knows, extending drives with his legs. 5 rushing TDs don't lie, that's electricity. Waived after early season value. His return amid JJ's setback feels poetic. At 26, with 25 games etched in history, he's no greenhorn. O'Connell's fascination? Earned. Adolfo Mensa's call? Clutch. Skull Nation, this could be the quiet pivot to glory. Agree? Disagree? Flood the comments. Wrapping this epic breakdown, Purple Fam, Desmond Ridder's practice squad signing isn't just news. It's a battle cry for our 25 surge. From Falcons Fire to multi-team marathon. He's landing home where he started the year. With McCarthy healing and depth locked, we're built for the stretch run. You've stuck with me through every twist now. Smash that like button if you're pumped. Drop your hottest take on Ridder below. Subscribe for non-stop Vikings news, and share this with your Skull Squad. Let's roar into Week 13 together. Skull Vikings.